Hey guys, it's me, Rosaro25.
Me, Pike-User12.
And over in America.
Hi.
Yeah,
We
the ringer.
feckled here.
So, this is yet again another
It's no
vlog.
salty fighty, relax.
You don't say.
We did the gun game and he got a lot of humiliations as usual.
Again.
So, of course, last weekend we released a video on the Logan review, which us two feckers went to see. Very good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. If you enjoyed most of the X-Men movies, this is one of the best ones in all honesty, because it's very emotional near the end.
However, it is rated R, so
Yes, because it does a lot of swearing, so of course if you
preferably not for small children.
yes, he didn't go see it because horror movies isn't his thing, but even if he is old enough to see it, again, it's not his thing. But again, watch that video if you haven't seen it yet for a more in-depth
I just see an
review.
elbow.
That's my elbow.
Yeah, I don't see the camera hardly. I just see the elbow.
Yes.
Over here.
Like just in our face cam, you can just see the
floating little camera.
Yep. Try not to disrupt the view of our other video. So,
In any case.
so just a few updates on things. So right now we are currently halfway through our semester. This fecker is on his like little 1 week break, which he refers to as the Easter holidays. Lucky fucker. And we have another 4 weeks until our Easter break, which we have that two weeks off, of which I will in that have my first driving lesson. I'm looking forward to that because this fecker will eventually stop giving out to me, but you take your first driving lessons. I'm eventually going to try and sit my driving test in either August or early September so I can actually drive before I start my third year of college. So that's something to look forward to. Plus, in a few days, as of recording this, I will be 21. Yay, fuck my life. I'm getting old. And if I do, I'm at such an age where if I visit Halo Ringer over in America, I will be out of the three of us the only one able to legally drink. So that's an interesting little thing. But
Yeah.
And then you'll be the oldest out of all of us when we get older.
well, I'm the oldest out of all four of us, regardless.
So for everyone, put in the comments, #old.
Old man Dave.
Hashtag Rubik's old.
That just was a stupid pun.
Classic Kieran shit pun.
So
Right there.
around this time of course the year, as per usual, around with a similar time in semester 1, we are starting to get heavy down with work, a lot of assessments coming up.
Am I actually in the shot? From this angle?
Hopefully.
Give me a quick second, guys, to make sure that you...
Because it's hard to tell.
Your face is in the shot.
Oh goody. Okay.
That's just a quick little check. And I'm back into the shot, because this fecker thought he was out of it. Anyways. So, we of course have recorded 2 gameplays, because as we mainly focus on this guy, my hand's right in his face cam, has an Elgato. Awesome. They are,
That's news.
They are, as we have mentioned near the start of both of them, they are face cam less because I didn't bring the camcorder for our face cam and he doesn't have a camcorder for his face cam, which isn't too much of a big deal for now.
So we're just going to avoid it for now.
Yes. So by the time you eventually see gameplay from both our ends with face cam, then it'll be something decent. And I know the gun game video that we did when Pike-12 visited Halo Ringer over in America, that gameplay, it did sound, the audio did sound a little bit kind of out of place, but
Yeah.
you know, we did our best. It was our very first one and we were just experimenting and seeing how it all went. But yeah,
Please forgive us.
he has his full driving license now, so congrats to Halo Ringer. Of course, this guy has full driving license for a good while now.
Yeah, I was the first out of the 4
Yeah, that's why you might
original.
see me drinking a Coke and eating some Pringles.
He's
I
able,
just went and got it.
yes, with his car that he's fully licensed to drive with. It's kind of interesting because in August before first year, so this is like in about another half of a year from now, it'll have been 2 years since Pike-12 would have sat and passed his theory test. So congrats for that good old 1.5 years ago. And then
That's something worth celebrating.
and then 6 months later, which came to around Valentine's Day the following year, which was around a year ago even, actually a bit more than a year, around a year ago at this point, is when he was cleared for his driving license. But when it came to a time when he could sit his driving test, passed that on his first go, and of course his parents and himself was proud, and of course I, being one of his greatest friends and his best friend within the country, of course, I was able to, of course, thankfully get very lot of lifts, and I do very appreciate. Otherwise, I'd have to get up at fucking 6:30 if it's 9 fucking o'clock. I have to
And that
leave for
sucks.
lecture. Yes,
As I well know.
I would
having
basically have to
the
get up
bus.
for 6:30, get changed, breakfast, do toilet stuff, just throw a couple more things to get ready, be out the door, get the bus into Cork City, and then get the bus back out to Bishopstown. And funnily enough, even though it would take about an hour to get there, by car, 15 minutes. Fuck my life.
The bus schedules, between the bus schedules and the amount of students on the one bus route, because the bus route that services CIT also services UCC. So there's two whacks of students on that one route, and that causes major delays.
Yes, to better explain.
But that's a
this,
video for another day.
Yeah. So just a quick little pointer out there. The one single train, the train station in Cork City. It would come down to this street. If you live in Cork, you know it's called Patrick Street. It would go through there, and it would go through along another road, which is Washington Street and Grand Parade. Again, only Cork people who live in Cork know about these streets. Even he would probably remember some of them, maybe.
Well, I'm not gone that long, buddy. I still remember.
In a few months, it would have been to the year that this guy moved to America.
Fecker.
But anyway, back anyways. And then it would continue on. You would then start hitting the bus stops for UCC, and then after that, it would continue along this road called Model Farm Road. Very interesting name for a road, in fact. And then it would come down to
Because it's
CIT.
after models.
Maybe.
And one funny little thing is, technically, yes, with the UCC bus stops, you could if you missed a bus stop, you would have to try and race against the bus to get to the next one. With the CIT one, it's not as bad, because there is one bus stop where if you miss it, it literally should take maybe a minute or two to get to the next bus stop, to walk up to the next bus stop, for which it would take a few minutes for the bus to loop back around, so it's a lot more easier. But again, as Python 12 mentioned, we could talk about this sort of topic in another video. So yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's the thing I can think of. Yeah.
Let's say, well, of course, as we mentioned, we saw the Logan movie. We do have an interest in seeing Kong Skull Island at some point.
Or thinking of doing the same thing that we did for Logan with the
yeah, we might just do. We're up for doing a movie review thing where we do a pre-movie video and an after movie video to obviously explain, say,
in-car movie reviews.
So we might do that for the new King Kong movie. So I definitely think that's interesting. Probably could do the same for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and for Transformers: The Last Night, as I am very interested in seeing that movie. I know a lot of people give shit for those movies, but hey, I enjoy them. So my opinion, if you don't like them, then well.
I don't see what the big deal against Michael Bay is. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But hey,
Pearl Harbor was my favorite movie for years. Like, it was amazing.
But anyway, so those are things that we're looking forward to. Personally, now there's a movie which I personally don't see me and Peggy 312 going to see together, which is Beauty and the Beast. I would much.
We
rather...
should totally go see that together. Oh, that would be okay. No, I'm gonna end that joke right there before it gets any worse. Yeah, no, that would not be.
I'm up and gone. But it's mainly because I would find that, that going to that sort of movie with my best friend who happens to be a guy when I'm straight wouldn't be the movie. So I'm just going to wait until it's out online in a good clear version. Because maybe if I would go, I would rather go with a girlfriend or a crush. I don't have either. I don't have. In terms of a crush.
You don't have a girlfriend, but you do have a crush. Let's just keep it at that. Dave.
Yes.
Come on, seriously.
Same with this guy. Single as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So girls.
And I'm a single boy.
He's had more girlfriends than we've.
That implies that we're single girls. You said, "Oh, and I'm a single boy." Anywho, moving on.
The single musketeers.
All them single ladies.
Yeah, Beyonce for you.
So yeah, that's all the news anyway.
With the majority. So again, yeah, assessments, assignments, fuck our lives, make them a third
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Third point. Fuck our lives.
Again, as mentioned, 4 weeks until the Easter holidays, we have 2 weeks of it off, then we have 2 weeks of college, of which I will, due to my normal schedule of having Fridays off. He doesn't have them. And
He did the same thing last year.
yes, I'm lucky.
For 2 whole semesters, he's gonna have
My semester
Fridays
2s I've
off.
had Fridays off. And we then have May 1st, which is a Monday. We
What are
have
they doing at all? Like, I mean, are they even? Are they having a piss or something? Like, I mean, seriously.
this guy has Fridays off as well. Actually, he does night courses from on Mondays through Thursdays with Fridays off. So out of the three of us, he's the only figure that actually has to go to college on a Friday.
I don't believe that. Like, I mean,
in fact, he used to be. He used to be in group 2 of his course, and the funny thing is I think it's because a few people dropped out for the following semester. It meant that then the course had shrunken down, and it went from him being put into group B1. In fact, if people did drop out and he was still in group B2, he would have Fridays off.
yeah, but the only reason that there's no classes on Friday is because it's not used anymore. I don't think. I don't know. Anyway, anywho.
But yeah, I would say he should blame the people that dropped out of his course, because it would have meant that the amount of people in the course would have stayed the same, and he would have still been in group B2 and would have Fridays off. So.
Well, who could blame them from dropping out of mechanical engineering at second year? It is.
So we in fact, me and Peggy have talked a lot about how our courses go. Actually, I wonder if we did mention he was thinking about going to Limerick actually after his 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was a bit of an interesting thought process.
Yeah, actually, I actually asked my lecturer about that, and the course that I'm doing, for those of you who don't know, I was thinking of doing in Limerick was aeronautical engineering, because I want to become I don't know, maybe an aeronautical engineer perhaps. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But
Not too obvious there.
yeah, that was the joke.
Anyway, continue.
That was the very bad Kieran joke.
Continue
Anyway,
on.
moving on. So my
Lecture.
head lecturer, I heard a rumor that she had actually been working with Boeing, and that was pretty exciting. I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I thought it was just a rumor. And so anyway, I asked her what's involved in changing courses, because I wanted to know if there's any long process that had to be started early on, which would be right about now, a whole year and a half away. And she said, "Oh, you're thinking of changing courses, are you? Why are you thinking of doing that?" I said, "Oh, I want to do aeronautical engineering in Limerick, because it's the only one in the country that it's specified to aeronautical engineering, and I think it's something that I want to be when I grow up, and an aeronautical engineer." And she said, "And why on earth would you ever want to do that?" And there was another class coming in. It was at the end of a lecture, and there was another one coming into the room. So she said, "I'll explain outside in 2 seconds." So she got her stuff, and we went outside into the corridor, and she explained that she had, in fact, well, she didn't say anything, but she said that when Boeing were interviewing in Ireland, there were 6 of us, 3 mechanical engineers, 2 structural engineers, and 1 chemical engineer or something. They didn't even bother with aeronautical engineers. So that was interesting, because 1, I realised that the rumour had some truth to it, that she was working with Boeing, and 2 was that they didn't even look at aeronautical engineers, the companies for in the aerospace industry. So she explained that a mechanical engineer would be able to do all the things that an aeronautical engineer is qualified to do, plus more. So it would be more valuable to a company in the aerospace industry to have a mechanical engineer as opposed to an aeronautical engineer, which is quite
Interesting.
you wouldn't have thought that, but it makes a lot of sense. So it looks like I'll be staying here to finish out my level 7 course, and then staying on the 2 years to get the level 8 degree. Well, I haven't spoken so much in ages, but anyway, there we go.
I think
That's the
the
story.
fact that he's mentioned that if he did aeronautical engineering, it narrows down your engineering skills.
Yeah.
And that isn't the best thing to do in an engineering thing, especially when in the STEM things of science, technology, engineering, and maths. And it's like if you narrow down your skills, then you're kind of putting yourself at a fair bit of a disadvantage because, you know, you may be interested in aeronautical engineering like Pilot 12, but say if you're after completing your course and you say, oh, I completed the aeronautical engineering course, then you might be saying, well, okay, well we're open for aircraft engineers, but then there might be some parts involved in the process of course of engineering the aeronautics and all that for of course making aircraft, and they could be saying, well, you may need a bit more skills, and then I may be like, well, unfortunately I didn't learn the skills through college, so of course it would be seen as a better option to rather to not take an opportunity to narrow your skills, but more like just go along with the path that allows you to take as much skills as possible. Because for all we know, he could maybe be involved in the process of making flying cars.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because he could take.
Don't get me started. No, I'll be up all night trying to figure out. Oh, okay, how am I going to get this car to take off?
That'd be interesting. It'd be funny if I decided to make all the.
Okay, I hear what y'all were saying about flying cars, but what does that have to do with what's going on right now?
Just a little pointer, like above mechanical engineering and his aeronautical.
You're right. It's a little sidetrack.
Yes, sidetrack. And one thing we don't normally do is we don't actually find out about how Halo Ringer's course has been going on. So, anything else?
Well, my course, it's going on quite great. It's basically robotics. I'm learning how to program, repair, and keep maintenance upon robots that will take assembly line parts and put them together, as for example big transfer trucks. The windows and frames and all that will be put together by these robotic arms, and I'm in control of them or programming them.
Cool. So just a little heads up if you don't remember that Halo Ringer does electronics engineering, so it's pretty much in one sense like, since he does does mechanical, I do software development, kind of a middleman version of those is electronics, which is of course what this guy does. And he's the middleman between the two of us as we speak. Then I realised.
Makes sense. That's the computer side, this is the mechanical side, and that's the combination of the two.
So in one sense it's like, right now I think Halo Ringer's head is actually in the middle of the screen, so it's like just like sliced down.
I mean, if you were about to say what I thought you were going to say, I was going to hang up.
Well, we could probably find out what word you thought I was going to say after the vlog, maybe.
Yes.
So anyway.
Yeah, so that's a lot of majority of what we want.
Let's play.
Yeah, so we're going to play some stuff now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little catch up. Again, hopefully you guys have been
Crick my neck.
just my neck was sore earlier on. So again, yes, hopefully you guys find this a nice schedule to go by, because again, college is it's hard to balance college and YouTube, because otherwise we're throwing out like a lot of vlogs here and there, just thinking of some random things to say to at least make some content. But at least we actually, even though this is kind of one of those videos right now.
Well, see, he's not going to have to worry about that much longer. I'll be able to make videos and send them out to him a little bit pre-edited.
That'd be grand.
So
Perfectly.
I will have in my stuff already edited, but then I'll send it so that he can review it, so to speak, and then he can just upload it.
So of course,
and we will hopefully be able to put more videos up. Hopefully.
Yep. So of course, because of course, Halo Ringer, he has been a bit limited on what he can do for videos. In fact, I do remember he was going to do like a sort of a Christmas time sort of vlogs, which he never got around to.
My GoPro wasn't with me. I had it in my bag, and my grandmother went through my bag to make sure that I had my cell phone, and she took out the GoPro by accident, and I left it.
And that would explain everything, because of course we didn't actually think to ask Halo, or forgot to ask Halo Ringer after all this time until now, so that would explain why. He did mention he would consider doing those videos, but now we know the reason why those videos never happened. Which is a bugger, but well. So we have hopefully videos coming out from Halo Ringer's side, and we will have, of course, videos from our side at some point, with the fact that I make videos. Hillbilly's going to be making solo videos. I wonder if this guy's going to make solo videos at some point.
You know, that would be a good idea, but I can't easily do it because I don't have a laptop that will use the Elgato very well.
We can always do like Irish dancing. Well, maybe some Irish
Irish
videos.
dancing solo videos.
That'd be funny.
Irish
But
dancing
yeah,
walkthrough videos.
I do recommend please letting me know what y'all would like me to play, because without any clue, I do not know what you guys want me to play, so
And
I'm running kind of in the blind here.
And one thing I know is, of course, we have a Twitter account, which I know we don't have in terms of a lot of, say, like fan activity, we don't have a lot of that. So in fact, I do think what we should consider doing is perhaps make an Instagram account and a Facebook. Of course, we'll be managing all those. And yeah, so we do need to try and get our coverage more in the whole social network sort of space. So we're going to leave this video here, guys. We've gone a fair bit long enough. So this is
No,
bye from
mate,
me
I
from Bro
certainly
Solid
get
25. Yes.
Pikey 312, the guy with
And
HEI.
over in North
Me,
America,
the small little tablet guy who's stuck in a tablet,
Halo Ringer.
Halo Ringer.
And
bye.
we'll see out the recruits. Blue Nova out.